Everybody, here we are, our news show. I've actually worked it out. This is our 16th news show that we've done. So, after, all the other videos we've done on news shows live, this is our 16th one. So, super duper exciting. We've got some very quirky, interesting news for you tonight. But I've also got some news about myself. It's my show, so might as well. I've been quite busy this week, very busy. So, this news is all good, but we've been very busy. So, on the Thursday, I entered a competition. No, I didn't enter the competition, sorry. I entered a competition before that. Actually, quite late to the date you were supposed to enter, though, to be honest with you. But I entered the competition, and it was a baking competition, so it was a chef's competition. So what you might have seen my live that I did on it. So what you need to do is basically, it's like a chef's for young people between 12 and 16 age, and you go and you have to bake two meals. You have to bake a main meal and dessert. I don't know if last year they did a starter as well, but this year they didn't have that. So we did that. I made my own handmade pasta, so I made it there. I rolled it out by hand. I didn't have a pasta machine, and I also hanged it because if you don't know, you have to leave it to dry because it's better and it doesn't get all soggy and stuff. So I did that. In my time, I have 2 hours, by the way, and it all cost me £18. I did it £14 something, how much all my costs were, and so I rolled it all out. I hanged my pasta on coat hangers because I basically made like them long strips and hang them on coat hangers, and my friends gave me that idea, so I was very happy with that because it was a good idea. And then what I did was I left that to dry, and I made what did I make? I made my pudding, which was what was my pudding? What would you say it's called?
It was a flan, and it was peach and
raspberry.
Like
a flan, peach and raspberry. So I made that, and I put that inside the oven, left that to cook. That went all perfectly well. And then I also did lemon drizzle sauce with it, and some whipped cream and some more raspberries. And then for the rest of my pasta, I had this leek saucy, creamy sauce with salmon. So I baked that, and then I put it all together, and I also had some asparagus with it. And I came third place. So I'll show you this. This is my certificate. This is my certificate for entering. So everybody got this when it came to, because the judges all judged in, and we had this. So everybody got a certificate for entering. And then we got our award certificate, and I came third. So we had first, second, and third, and everybody else didn't get anything, but I came third. Which I'm very happy with, because there was tough competition, and I baked more than I cooked, so I was quite worried about that. But it all went well. And they said about the very first thing the chef said, because he had judges. The very first thing they said, they're very good, professional stuff. The first thing that they said was that the amount of skill sets they had, and the main thing they said about was me, didn't they? They just straight away they said, "Oh, we even had somebody that's made their own pasta and bowled it out and everything," and I was like, "It really just talking about me." So I was very happy with that, and also my display table. You probably have seen this video anyway, but I'll tell you about it anyway. My display table. I must say that my display table, I also won on that section as well. Everybody else did have a good display table, but the thing is that I forgot, which I didn't forget. They never told me, but everybody brought a menu. But you're going to get what you're going to be served anyway. But everybody brought a menu.
A lot of people noticed, and Tracy's mentioned the vintage slant on it. A lot of people noticed slant. The Marks and Spencers.
Oh yes. What's
Harvest
slant?
set. The touch on it.
Oh right, okay.
The way it's going, sort of type thing.
Yeah. So if you don't already know, we have a map. Would you want to get something?
I'd love to.
I can we had just a little shelf here full of Marks and Spencer's Harvest. We have a collection. If you by any chance come across this, then we'll have it. And the only thing is we do have a lot of teacups and stuff like that. This is a jam jar. She got this for Christmas. So as you can see, it has this pattern on it. And it's vintage, so it's old. Oh, and this is a glass. Once this is glass jar, so sample this glass jar won't come out unless it's Christmas or maybe a special meal like a birthday. Apart from that, it won't come out.
Or to show our subscribers the harvest.
Yes, so because it's over there, so there's less chance for getting damaged over there.
And then this is really rare.
Oh.
There's not many people who have seen these.
So I managed to get these for her for Christmas. It was very rare of me, because what she had is she spent this whole life saving these, right? And these are Marks and Spencer's Harvest spice jars, right? And how many did you have? You had one, two, three, four. You had I think you had one, two, one. No, I think you had five.
Anyway,
about
4.
You had 5. You had 5 before Christmas, and that took a whole life to save, right? So she had 5, and then I managed before Christmas to get 3, which was very happy, and she was over the moon over Christmas. And I did last year, I nearly got 1, but somebody turned it into a candle, you see, but they were also selling a napkin, like a towel with it, so I baked 3, and I got a brother to do it. And you know Billy. And what he did was he bid for the towel and he didn't bid for this, so it sold out, so I couldn't get it for it. So I was just going to trade the candlelight. So I don't know why somebody turned it into a candle, but you know, when you have it just as it is. But but the person was actually very nice and they sent us some more free stuff and they just sent us some harvest. So I was like, yeah. So I was happy with that anyway. But yeah, so these. So if you see them, don't buy them for me. And if you don't buy them for me, then don't buy them because there might be a small possibility I go past them.
Yeah.
So yeah. Okay. Okay, should we move on? I want to ask you all a question. If you say you entered into a competition, right, like mine, and you had to bake a starters, a dessert, or both really, probably a starters and dessert, what would you do? Like, what's your go-to thing, or what would you think you'd do, or what would you do? I mean, even if you don't cook, like, what would you like? I just want to know what you do. What I wanted to do was a black forest ghetto cake for my dessert. Then the list on it said healthy, so I thought I can't do it. But to be honest with you, some of the people did things that weren't healthy. I mean, they were nice, obviously, they were, you know, like yummy and stuff, but they weren't healthy. So I thought maybe next year I could get away with it. If you say I can do it next year, then I'll be too old. But I can do it next year, and I'm really looking forward to it. It's such a fun experience. It really was, wasn't it?
Neville says there's a fluted plate on eBay.
Yeah, but harvest.
Yeah.
Yeah,
just a random fluted plate.
Yeah, there is. But the thing is, obviously, like, you know, you have to get things you haven't already got. I mean,
I like the fluted plates. They're the ones.
Yeah, we're talking about the dribbler thing.
Yeah, you know the plates that you use with the edges. Yeah, they're rare. They're really rare.
They're rarer than normal plates.
Oh yeah, definitely. And he says it would be a good song title.
No, sorry, we're back.
And he says it would be a good song title.
Fluted plate. What?
No, harvest.
Oh.
Did it cut off? Did you get that?
No,
That's classic.
I'm keeping it quiet.
That's classic. Did it cut off? Oh, what a shame. You have to redo that. You have to tell him what you said.
I said, he says, Neville said, oh, it'd be a good song kite, and I said, what? A fluted plate. My harvest.
Oh, that's classic. That is brilliant. Well done.
Should I tell them a few more jokes?
No, just
I've got jokes I could say. Anyway.
I hope that song.
What else have I done? Oh yeah, and then yesterday I did a performance, an open mic night, and I did a new dance routine, and then today I did HMV, which you haven't already seen, that I did live on it. So we performed at HMV, which was very good, wasn't it, Emma?
Oh,
so we just went through the songs and stuff. We borrowed somebody else's speaker, which is alright. But we're gonna what we're gonna do is we're gonna I'm planning on going busking next week, and I'm gonna raise money for the speaker because I just want a good speaker. I'm gonna use somebody else's speaker to raise the money for the speaker. So
I don't know yet.
Yeah, but it should be all right, and then we should get a speaker. So I just want like a really good quality one, you know, like because what we tend to do is we tend to get like those little cheap speakers and they just don't work. But I did actually get one from a charity shop and I used it today and it was actually quite good. It cost me £10. It cost me £10. Or did it cost me £5?
No, it's £10.
No, £10. But it was for my piano, which was good for my piano. I did actually have one for my piano, but it was just a bit dodgy. But yeah, that was not so dodgy. Anyway, shall we crack on with the news?
Yes, definitely.
Yes, right. So, as I say, we have weird stories tonight. What do you say would happen if you fell into a bin wagon? Like seriously, what would happen if you accidentally got into a bin wagon? Well, for starters, what would happen is you'd have to be a way to get into the bin wagon. So, say if you were inside the bin. You were inside the bin, right? There's a little claw thing here. It tips it over. The bin goes like that, and then it opens up. There's a little lid. Hence the reason why it's so flimsy. Opens up. The rubbish falls in. There's a little claw. It pulls it back, and then it goes into this back area, and like the main bit of the bin wagon. And then there's a crusher, so it crushes it together to fit more rubbish in. Well, I mean, you've ever thought, oh, I wonder what that experience is. Well, somebody has experienced it.
We've had the first bin joke. Tracy's put rubbish.
We've been here before.
Tracy, we've been here before.
So what's happened is somebody's actually gone and done this, but not by on purpose. Somebody's actually not fallen, but they don't know how she's done it. But what's happened is that the thinking she must have been inside a bin in order to do it. And the reason why she was inside a bin we still don't know yet either. Basically what's happened, she's been inside a bin, got in there and she's been crushed 4 times, and neighbours and locals say that they could hear blood-curdling screams, but I don't suppose at first they would notice it was coming from the bin wagon. because they probably might have done it and thought, well, where did it come from there?
This is only in Manchester, have you said that?
No.
It's only in Manchester.
Yeah, Manchester.
Yeah.
Manchester.
I'm surprised it didn't make more news, but...
I mean, it might have made in Manchester news, but you know.
Yeah.
Oh, Sarah's done this.
What's she been doing again?
Bin route.
It'd have made Bentham news if we'd have gone in the bin. That'd get us in Bentham news.
So she fell into this bin and now she's severely injured. But the only reason why they knew she fell into the bin was because of the guy in the wagon. For some reason, had a camera inside the bin wagon, which obviously was actually quite good. But it was actually quite good. For some reason, they had one and I saw it, and I thought, right, somebody's had a bin wagon. Should I say about the song? We did a song.
Yeah, we've done a song.
We've actually done a song about bin men and bin wagon. We haven't done any. We sort of were thinking of recording, but then with other songs come along. But we will record it some points in our lives, won't we?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so you'll look forward to a bin wagon song.
Not about that lady. We've done it before.
Yeah, we've been way past.
We've been past that.
We did it way past before. So yeah, I mean, why was she inside a bin?
We don't know. Nobody knows. They haven't put that bit.
It's just mental. Okay, so moving on to even more interesting news. Well, not even more, I mean by different. But I mean, the same level. I don't want to slag off the fact that she's been inside a bin. Because I'm sure she's very injured at the moment. So we wish her a good recovery. Oh, unless she was doing something bad with her bin, but yeah. Have you ever heard of pigeon racing? So you have this pigeon racing, and what it is where the pigeons fly. It's like, I think, what's it called? Water something. I don't know why they call it water.
Well, it's called open water racing.
And what happens is they have this, they have a place where they release them, so there's these little cages and they all open at once, and they all fly out, and they all fly for different lengths. So it could go 100 kilometers or thousands of kilometers, and it can last like 10 or 12 hours. In these journeys of these pigeons flying, and they've got to go home. You see, because pigeons seem to go home when they get let out. Apparently, I suppose they're definitely
homing. They're homing. They go home.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, when a pigeon goes, it has a sense where it can go home, where it can find its home. That's
so
why
the pigeons all have to live in one place then?
No, they go because they do the time. So they'll set the time off and the distance to a certain place.
Bit confusing.
So then when they set it off, say from Bob's house, and they say the time, and so they know the time and the distance from that Bob's house from the start, to Bob's house and then Jim's house or wherever it is, and then measure that distance and then measure that time. Because
of the flying, they can't put trackers on them because they're too heavy for them. But I think they have I don't know how it works, but something where it can measure the speed, and which they have on them. So what's happened is one of these birds have been let loose, and we're not probably on purpose, by accident.
No, it was racing, I think, and it shut off.
Yeah. And it ended up in India. Now you'd be pretty annoyed if this bird shut off, because some of the birds, some ones just sold in China for one. I'll show you a picture of a bird.
That's the one. That's
this
is getting released.
And one of them cost $1.4 million.
$1.4 million for a pigeon.
For a pigeon, and to breed it as well.
So apparently, it's a really multi-million-pound industry.
Yeah, like a big thing. So what's happened is with that pigeon, it's lost itself, and it's ended up in India. And the Indian people thought, because it had a little writing on its leg, and thought it was Chinese, which probably was Chinese, because I suppose they're based in China. And they thought it was a spy. So they have captured it and have had it for about 8 months. And in that 8 months, they've concluded that it's not a spy.
They couldn't give it bail because they thought it might be a flight risk.
No, I don't get it. No.
Carry on.
Okay. I don't get it.
Well, they didn't bail it.
Well, bail it for let it out for a bit, but keep track of it.
Yeah, because they thought it might be a flight risk.
What, so go away?
Yeah.
So yeah, that happened, and then it was in for a long time, and then it got sent to, after they realised that and let it go, they sent it to a hospital, like a rescue place, and they just let it free. But on the video, when they let it free, it just looked like it didn't know what it was doing, or it couldn't fly or something. It just looked like
locked up for 8 months of the poor thing, hasn't it?
I mean, it's been in prison, and he hasn't done anything wrong. It's been, what's the word?
Imprisoned.
No. You know where it's
Falsely accused.
Yeah.
Been falsely accused. Yeah,
It's
been a
falsely
spy.
closed. Because it's pretty bad, isn't it?
Well, if you're the pigeon, yes, it's very bad.
I feel traumatised.
What for the pigeon?
Yeah.
Well, you're in the middle of your news show. You have a little trauma after.
Yeah. And don't forget to tell me. What's your what would you do for your baking? You know, if you had a dinner or something.
Yeah.
If you had a competition on what you'd bake, what you'd cook, you know.
Yeah.
Don't forget to tell me. Okay. Now moving on to practice.
Turbo Timswell says hi from Devon.
Devon.
And Neville says, can you ask if there's any pigeon jokes, anybody?
Is there any pigeon jokes? I got none.
I don't know. I don't think I've ever heard a joke about a pigeon.
Probably have done.
Should I Google it?
Yeah.
Pigeon jokes. Will you carry on while I'm Googling?
So this is a bit of a weird story. But I mean, if you're inside
and the pigeon being incarcerated for 8 months because they think it's a spy, isn't?
If you're inside the wild, or you're walking or everything, and you go for a wild wee, wouldn't you? Right, so you go to the toilet, and I mean, you've all done it, haven't you? Realistically, it's come to that point in life. So what's happened is a certain council. Where's it in? I can't pronounce the place.
No, sorry, I was looking at pigeon jokes. A council in England has doubled down.
Double down, so they've gone stronger on this.
Oh, I don't know where does it say the council in England? Oh, Dacorum. Dacorum Borough Council in Herefordshire.
Have doubled down on their policy. Would you call it a policy?
Yeah, on their policy.
Yeah, policy. For wild weed. So what they've done is they've actually paying a company to go out and sit in lay-bys waiting for people to go to find them. They only find 2 people. The council get 20% of it, and the company get the rest. But they've actually fined people to go to the toilet. And one of them said that I had a weak prostate, and and then the other ones basically said pretty much similar circumstances. But he got fined £88.
And they've got these council men, and I forgot what they called them. They called them something to make it sound like it was the council. I can't remember. They called them something. That was it. District enforcement officers. Like they're from the council, but they're from a private company.
It's just supposed to be inside a private company. You're going to be a bit more determined to make money, aren't you? So you can find people that.
And they said that the council receives 22% of the fines, and the company retains 78%.
Oh, yeah, 22%, sorry.
There's a picture that's of 2 men weeing, if anybody wanted to see them, from The Guardian. They're actually people sitting in. I mean, how much it must cost the council?
Yeah, I mean,
to pay these people. I know
they
that
could
they
be
get a
litter
fine
picking or something.
But they've got to pay them because it's not worth sitting in once they've taken the percentage off. Anybody sitting in a lay-by for that length of time.
But they've only found 2 people.
But who in their right mind would sit and watch somebody wee?
And then go out and find them.
It's a bit odd.
Unless they take the number plate. But see, the thing is, then if they take the number plate, then where's the evidence that they've gone to the toilet? Because also things you can't really film them, can you?
Well, it's a bit pervy, isn't
Exactly.
it? If you were filming them having a wee, I just couldn't do it. I just,
You'd have to be really
why do they
good,
think all those walkers are as if they go right
well,
up
what
on the
happened in
hills and
Stone
that?
Age? Did we have people finding us then?
What do they think?
No, I think the legal team advised for them not to do it. Or the legal advisor.
So like Tracy says, sheep and cows do it, etc.
Yeah,
and
it says like littering, but it's not.
Dogs?
I mean, I don't know, but it might even be good for the environment.
Well, it is definitely better for the environment because if you think about it, if they went back to the toilet to have a wee, then that's got to go through the system, hasn't it, and get chemically done and all that lot.
Concrete.
So actually, if everybody weed outside,
toilet
there wouldn't
paper.
be half as much
Which obviously comes from trees.
damage in the oceans and that.
But also what was I just going to say?
I don't know.
Also, the thing is, a lot of these toilets you have to pay for, don't you?
Yeah, it's got ridiculous now because you can't put cash in some either.
Yeah, some of them you can't put cash in, and like 20 or 50p, which obviously is ridiculous anyway. Just go to the toilet. I mean, I know that you're probably giving money towards the fact of the toilet itself, but if it's council, just stop paying the people who's had a lay-bys, and then you got a free toilet. But I mean, no cash as well. It's just a bit silly, isn't it?
Yeah, because you can't, if you've got nothing on you, you can't go to the toilet.
And then if you do, then you get fined £88.
Yeah, just be outside. £88.
So it's like, well, you can't win-win, can you?
No, I think it's ridiculous. It's just the world gone mad, hasn't it? And the council, people that are paying the council tax in the area, I'd be fuming if that's where the money was going after some walkers, because all those walkers are probably bringing money into the area as well, because they'll be shopping
like for example,
getting the petrol there, getting all the stuff there.
You know, like local walks, you know, people go on them, and I know somebody the other day, somebody came to do some filming with me, and their husband went off for a walk, you know, because the walk was there, but you know, if there wasn't, you know, toilets and you know, got fined, you know, it's just like, you know.
So Darkstar says we have a private company enforcing litter, and I don't agree with the private companies. And they watch gangs of youth smashing bottles, throwing rubbish, and do nothing. Then an old lady in a wheelchair opened a bag on a windy day, and a tissue blew out, and it gave her £100 fine. That's disgusting. Yeah, isn't it?
Well, yeah, I mean, like, you know, sometimes you open your car door, a piece of litter can go out. It doesn't mean you know it's there. I mean,
no,
obviously,
if you open both car doors often, well, not often, but it has happened. When you just cannot catch that piece of litter, it doesn't mean to say you've done it. I
especially if it goes.
I despise littering.
Yeah, especially if it goes underneath a car, then you
it
really
just
have
blows
to
off and it's in the air and it's gone, and that's it.
But also, you know, so if it goes underneath somebody else's car, you're gonna think, oh, somebody just roll out, couldn't they?
Yeah. I mean, I'd never I hate it when I see people throw stuff out a car window. But then again, you never really know, because sometimes it blows underneath and you think, well, have they just driven over it and it's blown up?
When I was younger, like really young, we had a wagon, they had a flatbed, and we were inside McDonald's, and I think my brother went into McDonald's. Oh no, sorry, he was at college. No, I remember fully now. He was at college, and his McDonald's at the college, and we were waiting for him, and I went on the outside of the flatbed, and I was sort of playing. It was summer, so, you know. And there was a person next door inside a car, and inside McDonald's, and they've all seen the McDonald's meal, and I just chucked it outside. So me being a little girl, you know, I went up to him and I said, we shouldn't do that. And they got really violent, you know.
Well, he ended up hitting poor Billy. He was just walking round the corner. So she's on the back of the wagon, and she goes and says to them, you should be doing that, about 4 years old. And I'm like, anyway, he come round and Billy said, oh, what's happening here? And then there was a scuffle. Anyway, it ended up this man had got quite a few problems and had quite a violent record. I thought, poor Billy, it was nothing to do with him.
I mean, sure, it was something to do with him technically because he's my brother, but he didn't know he was my brother.
He was only come puttering around the corner, poor lad.
So, yeah.
So this litter dropping thug.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
Right, well, Tracy hates McDonald's. Guess what? Guess who went for one tonight, Tracy? You won't believe it.
Can I just defend myself? Yes, I did go for a McDonald's tonight. I understand some people might like it. We don't. But I used to like it actually when I was younger. But I suppose it was a Happy Meal. But what I did was I finished my dancing and everything, and I felt a bit peckish, and literally everybody, even though it was a town and the McDonald's was a bit more further away, everybody had a McDonald's in their hands, and it's a bit like forcing me. So I was like, I'd like a McDonald's, even though probably last time I had McDonald's was probably like early last year or probably earlier, and it was only because we went inside a group and it was we had to, and I got forced into. Well, no, sorry. I just thought I'd have one, and I thought about the Happy Meal, and I got it. Anyway, I don't know if you know, but the Happy Meals have turned into cardboard. Sure, it might.
We were like that before. The burgers were like that as well.
Oh yeah, I got chicken nuggets and chips, and I was like, then it's just disgusting.
Tracy says she didn't, Matilda. She did, Tracy. She did. I walked away. I obviously didn't stand with her.
Right. Okay. So I said to my mum, I said, right, should I have McDonald's? Expecting her to say no, don't do such a thing. Doris. And she says, yeah, if you want one, you deserve it, because I did my dancing. So I said, right, okay. So I went and got one, but I was like, I thought, okay. But it was cooked very fast.
It's fast food, isn't it?
It's fast food,
yeah.
Yeah, I was like there. 59 was my order.
Right.
59.
Right. Well, thank you.
I put it on the fire, because as soon as I got back, because we have a fireplace, so bye.
Does anybody like McDonald's?
I mean, I understand if people do like it, but I mean, I don't.
Neville says, don't get me started at McDonald's. I take it he doesn't like them. And Luke says sad meals. I take it he doesn't like it. And Tracy says, no, she don't like it. I don't like it. Oh, you're on your own.
I didn't say I liked it. I just had the meal. Everybody was eating one. I just fancied the chips. I thought if I'm getting the chips, I might as well get the
So
Happy Meal.
everybody's eating one, so you got one.
Yes, I did get into that one.
That's the marketing they work on, love.
I know. I fell for it. I'm fully aware. Oh, and then what they did was, I never asked for some sauce, though I thought about it afterwards. I thought, should I get some sauce? But what I did, I got inside that little carton thing, and though it didn't last me long. But they did give me some sauce anyway, and there's this horrible. I opened it. I don't think it was brown sauce. It was just disgusting. I smelled
Tracy
it.
says she's disappointed in you. I don't stop watching
I
the
want a
news
chef's
channel.
competition,
Tracy,
though.
don't stop watching it.
I
She'll
want a
change.
chef's competition though, please. Look, they've qualified. I just actually made me a award-winning chef. You know, I might come third, but it makes me a award-winning chef.
Well, Dad says I eat it sometimes, but never get a drink. Why? What's wrong with the drink?
Well, I thought it was always like a package. Well, I mean, there's different drinks.
Says I eat it sometimes, but never get a drink. Neville says Linda McCartney's burgers are okay. Do you guys have Popeyes? No, what's that? What's Popeyes? It must be an abroad restaurant, unless I've never heard of Popeyes.
Well, I'll tell you where I did go once, so that chicken place, not KFC, I've never been there.
That's next, Tracy. Once you've done McDonald's, that's what I said to her. I said she's only one step off KFC.
No, where's it? Diggles? No, that's not Diggles. The Diggles is actually right.
You're not going to admit this as well, are you?
No, it wasn't my fault.
That's what they all say.
No, we went ice skating, right? And it was one of these charity groups. Went ice skating, and then we went for all out for a meal. And I thought it was a pizza place. What's it called? That pizza place?
Pizza Land. Pizza Hut. That's
no, not Pizza Hut.
No, do you want to know where? I know where you went.
Where?
Nando's.
Oh yeah, I went to Nando's, but that's a separate thing. No, Nando's. I did go to Nando's, and it was the chicken. Was
oh my God!
What?
Darkstar. When my this is McDonald's. When my daughter worked there, she recorded them playing pea roulette and served them to customers.
What?
Pete, I says, he's put back up here. I eat it sometimes, but never get a drink. So I asked, didn't I? Why do you eat it? And he says, when my daughter worked there, she recorded them playing pea roulette and then served them to customers.
People drank.
A roulette is a wheel that goes round.
Oh, right.
Like a gambling wheel. So they put the drinks round and peed in there.
Well, then
did you get a drink?
Well, it was an orange, one of them fresh orange, but it's sealed.
Ah, right, okay, as long as it's sealed.
Well,
I don't know, it's just pretty disgusting.
Oh, I mean, I really do regret it. I think I saw somewhere where somebody had a burger and they put it inside I don't know, somehow it got like saved, and it was like 30 or 50 or 100, I don't know, a long time later, and it wasn't rotted. It didn't rot. I just expected my mother to say, don't do it. And then when she didn't, I thought, right, it must be alright.
Blame me.
You should behave, you really should.
It's not my fault.
What, what's the word? Educate me more. You haven't educated me on this.
I told you not to go to, I wouldn't eat.
I really regretted it afterwards. And you know what else happened? You know what, can I just defend myself? I don't know if I'm defending myself here or not, making myself even more deeper. But then we pulled up to Sainsbury's, right? My mother went into the shop, got a bottle of wine. She's not an alcoholic, don't worry. She has one glass a week, okay? She likes Blossom Hill. So she went to there, and I said to her, well, can I get a chocolate for tonight? And she said, no, you've had a McDonald's. So I was like...
There wasn't 100% that though, because she's baked so much cake. I said,
well, you see, because I had to practice for the competition, you say.
So we've got a lot of cake.
We ended up eating, we've still got a bowl of pasta left, dried stuff. And we've still got the sauce and stuff. I had to make it a lot to practice. I didn't actually have that much time to prepare this because I did my Yellow Pages advert, which you can go watch. On the Saturday, I only had a few days to prepare and had to think of what to make as well. Because there had to be in a price budget, time budget, and health.
Healthy, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. Anyway, I think we're
done unless anybody else has got anything. We've found out McDonald's and traumas about that. And
It wasn't my fault. It really wasn't. I got forced into this, and I just finished dancing. I was on the high of the dancing, and it just sort of rolled into one.
there's no excuse.
I'm trying to make one.
Shouting at Klaus says she's probably infertile for life after eating McDonald's, so I take it they don't like them either. Perhaps we could take her to the doctors in the morning.
I promise I won't do it again.
So I've got something wrong
It's
with
one of
it.
those life lessons you've got to have, alright? You'll learn not to do it.
You imagine going into the doctors, what's wrong with you? She went for a McDonald's. No, she did, doctor, she did.
What's that other one called though? I went for it and I had those dough balls. I was with Selfa.
Pizza Hut.
No, stop saying pizza. It's not Pizza Hut.
It was Pizza Hut.
No, it wasn't. There's another pizza place. It's beginning with D, right? And they do dough balls. I think they're quite famous for it.
Tracy, what's the pizza place beginning with D?
No, Tracy might not.
Oh, Riley's Rambles has come. He'll know. He will know. Go and ask him.
No, well, you've already asked everybody.
Well, he's only just come. He says, sorry, I'm late.
Oh, right. Pizza place beginning with D, right?
What is it,
very
Riley?
famous dough balls, and it's in Skipton. It's probably in other places as well.
Is it a national chain?
Yeah.
Right, a national chain beginning with D.
Diggles.
Domino's!
No, it isn't Domino's.
It says here, Robert says it is.
It isn't
Riley's
Domino's.
Rambles
No,
says
I'm
it is.
fully aware what
That's
Domino's is. It's like a restaurant. It's posher.
Are you sure?
I went there.
Well, you went to a posh restaurant after you're a McDonald's person.
No, it wasn't posh. It was. We went with South, right? And it was like I found it quite nice. So it's a chain. I found it quite nice.
And it begins with D and it's not Domino's. I have to Google it.
D.
Are you sure? You are dyslexic.
No, because they all talked about it and they all said, "Oh, we're going there," because we did like a charity thing, and then we went for a walk and we all talked about it like, "Oh, this is exciting," because it was a bit of a treat for us.
Right, list of national pizza chains. What are the top 10 pizza chains? You've got Domino's, Pizza Hut, Papa Joe's, Little Caesars.
No, it's none of them.
Well, that's what it says.
Yeah, we had the top 10. You only had 4.
Well, because it hasn't clicked onto that, and it's taking ages to load.
No, well,
there isn't. Oh, here we go. Domino's, Pizza Hut, Little Caesars, Papa John's, California Pizza, Papa Murphy's, Sparrow, Marco's Pizza.
Nope.
CC's, Hungry, Round Table Pizza, Jet's Pizza, Blaze Pizza, MOD Pizza. There isn't a D.
I never heard of any of
There
these.
isn't a D. There isn't one. I think you've got it wrong.
Nando's?
I think you've got
Was
it
it
spelled
Nando's?
wrong. Well, no, Nando's. You thought it was a pizza place. That's a chicken place.
Oh,
I think it'll be Pizza Hut. I think you.
It wasn't Pizza Hut, because I know Pizza Hut's marketing.
Oh, it's not on there.
Anyway, we got children's meal and stuff. It was nice. And we had ice cream. It was nice.
And Paul says it looks like Burger King.
Oh, just search your pizza places in Skipton.
It says.
Wait.
Hang on. Paul says looks like Burger King shares have risen lately because we've been saying about McDonald's, so they'll all go to Burger King.
To be honest, yeah, I don't go to Burger King.
And Shouting at Cloud says Burger King started putting sawdust in food more recently, like 7 years ago.
Huh?
Pizza Express. Pizza Express.
No,
Dive
just
Star says
seriously,
no. I need to
skip
put
it.
it. I need to say it.
Right, quickly.
Pizza Express has dough balls, but not D. It's
Right, just search up Skipton pizzas. Right, I tell you
Jesus.
something. Right, okay, we're in France, right, and we took somebody to France with us. I won't name them and shame them, but we took somebody to France with us. It's my brother's friend, and I'm so. I mean, I'd have to be watching, but we went with them, and because we were at the market in Amiens. And we did it all, and I was walking back with them because we were going to like unload stuff and things. And we went past the Pizza Hut, and he's like, "Oh, no, we went past the Burger King." I was like, "Oh, I got Burger King." I was like, "We're in France," and he says, "Yeah, we got Burger King." He says, "You'd seriously go to Burger King when you're in France?" And he was like, "Yeah." I was like, "You can go to France. You can go to Burger King at any point in England or wherever you are. Why would you go to Burger King in France?" And he was like, "Well, up for it." And I was like, "Seriously?"
Domino's. It's definitely Domino's. That is the only pizza places in Skipton, and it's Domino's.
I'm sorry, it's not actually that interesting, really, but
They're going to be all on tenterhooks wanting to know what it is. Where's this pizza place that nobody knows about?
It was in the centre. Where's the church? No, it wasn't
You're supposed to be doing a news show, not looking not directions.
Market. Where is it? 1 minute. Do you know where the church is? Catholic church, or whatever it's called.
Sorry about this. The news channel's gone a bit off.
Maybe it was.
It's Domino's.
No, it wasn't Domino's.
Right. Well, anyway, can you finish your news show?
1 minute. One more search. Pizza places beginning with D.
It's Domino's. It's Domino's. It's not going to come up with anything else. Dear, it's Domino's.
I went to Papa John's once. It was alright. Was it alright?
You're in your news show and you're Googling. You're not going to win this. I think because you're dyslexic, you've obviously thought it begins with D.
No, everyone talked about it.
What, beginning with D?
Yes.
So they said, oh, we're going to pizza place.
And then when I went ice skating, we all got confused, thought we were going out for pizza, and it turns out we went there. Nobody seemed to know what. Everybody seemed to thought that wherever we went to was, what was it called?
Domino's.
No.
Pizza Hut.
No. The
Nando's.
chicken place. Everybody seemed to thought there was pizza, which must have been a confusion between this. We also went to somewhere else, but it was like really bad dough. It was like really bad.
Right. Can you finish your news channel?
Well, we'll post about it.
You know what? Next week's news is going to be already.
Thank you very much for watching this. I will be doing something this week. I have a dance and I really want to get it out, but I don't know where to film it at. So I'm still, trying to work that one out.
Luke says you can make your own pizza.
I did once. What I did, actually I do quite a lot of salsa, but we bake the pastry and we make it. I tell you what I did once. I know we should be finishing, but what I did was I rolled it out, right, and we had this bag of cheese, right, and we had the sauce inside tins, so we put the tins on sauce, and everybody was making different pizzas, and we had to give it to all the group, and there was a lot of people inside the group, and we were the ones who were making them, and I just had this one pizza, right, rolled it out, and I put the cheese on, I keep going, I keep putting cheese on, and then one of the people said to me, she says, not enough cheese, and I looked and I thought, I used the whole bag. There's barely any left, so I said, I'm so sorry. And everybody else had all them pizzas to do, and I was like, oh my god, can I just use the full bag? And I was just like, everybody just like named a shame after.
Oh, I've got rub it in. Wait for it. I know what it is. Della d'Italia.
No, it was a single like quick Domino's sort of word.
I think it's Domino's,
Wait,
Robert. I think it will be Domino's, and I think she does things like that, and then says about spelling.
Yeah.
And
I'll tell you when we next go to Skipton. We were to Skipton the other day actually. We'll find out.
We'll find out for you. And if anybody's from Skipton, can you tell us if there's a
He's
pizza
next to
place
the
in your day?
church, right?
Yeah.
Inside Market Square's main centre.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for watching this. I'll see you all later and have a very good night.
And don't forget to send your news in.
Oh yeah, please send in your news obviously and keep commenting. We love your comments and send in any things you want us to report on or any good videos we can do. And we'll do them. So yeah, we'll do.
Just send in if you know anybody else that goes to McDonald's. if you see anybody.
I saw loads of people eating McDonald's.
Oh God, I don't know how they could.
No. Okay, thank you, and I'll see you next week.
Thank you.
Week.
Thank you for watching. Bye.
Bye.